all transparent. It's all based on radar tracks.
In a month where things start to take an upturn or a downturn, we can judge that at a moment's notice.
For an airport our size, I think it's very important to have as accurate data as possible.
I can have our landing fees finalized, released, and invoices printed the next day. It's very important right now, with us being in the financial times that we are, that we become proactive in making sure that we control the revenue that comes in.
Most businesses and industries in the United States, revenue generation is closely monitored and watched. And in our business, it's self-reported, so if the airlines make a mistake, leave something out, we don't know it.
We wanted to be able to audit the airline's information to verify that they were reporting correctly.
One of the things that we noticed is that the reporting was not being done on a timely basis, and as well the payments were not being received.
In order to be a leader in the aviation industry in today's world, you need to know exactly what's going on at your airport.
It's very important to have this information on a timely basis, as well as to have as accurate data as possible.
This gives us the ability to say we have an independent way of verifying revenues, catching mistakes, honest mistakes.
Having access to the PASSUR rich data features provides us with information such as tracking airlines that might have been diverted to the San Antonio International Airport where we didn't realize they were here.
It has expedited the process for the review of the landing fees. The data is more easily managed by one individual as opposed to having several individuals go through the monthly reports.
I can go into our landing fees on the first or the second day of the month, and by the end of the day I can have our landing fees finalized, released, and invoices printed the next day. And I'm actually able to meet my deadline of finalizing the invoices by the 5th month and getting them out. As a matter of fact, I can finalize them by the 1st and the 2nd. I've gotten that good at it.
The airlines have responded very favorably. When we provide the information and we say, we noticed that you had X amount of landings at our airport that were not reported. Why is that? And could you check your records? And we have had no pushback.
I think every airline wants to pay their fair share. They also want to know that everyone else is paying their fair share.
The airlines can feel comfortable in knowing that every airline is being treated the same. The information that's coming in is the same. They're all being billed the same way.
With this confidence in the data that we now had from a radar system instead of self-reporting from the airlines, we could also calculate a variance for forecasting. Originally, PASSUR was thought to be an actuals tool to help us audit our current airlines, but it's turned out to be a forecasting tool as well.
An additional use of the system would be the billing for the RON fees, which is the remain overnight fees. The software system provides the data that accurately captures the carriers that land and remain overnight.
If there's a downturn in the aviation industry, we can also do projections to see, well, what happens if our seats decrease, and what would that impact be on our landing fees and our overall revenue to the city. But it also has an impact on our parking revenue as well as our concession revenue.
In a month where things start to take an upturn or a downturn, we can judge that at a moment's notice and let management know.
Having a landing fee system, I think, makes us more attractive to new airlines.
Operating the airport more effectively and efficiently are all strategic goals of our airport, and that's how we can use PASSUR.